The wedge market has become more and more competitive in the last few years, with brands like Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping bringing out absolutely amazing wedges that you're seeing more and more on tour. Now, Mizuno are dropping 2 new wedges in the Mizuno Pro T1 and T3 lines, and if Mizuno have given it a Pro in the name, then you know that these are pretty special. So I'm at La Cala in Spain on the short game area to hit a load of shots and let you know if these are real contenders for Wedge of the Year. So first impressions for me are really good. I love how clean the design is. I'm really into the old school font that Mizuno are now using on the Mizuno Pro Series clubs. I think the fact that it's all just made from one forged bit of metal is really cool. There's nothing stuck on here. It's all just stamped or pressed in the mold to come out with this shape. Both the T1 and the T3 wedges are forged using grain flow forged HD technology, and they're crafted from 1025 pure select mild carbon steel, and they have that copper underlay that we've come to expect from Mizuno wedges and irons. Certainly in the Pro Series, that feel fantastic. And actually, even though this is their cavity back, you wouldn't even know unless you had the 2 wedges side by side that one was slightly more forgiving than the other. I think this looks like a player's wedge, and I'm sure it's going to play like one. So behind the ball, even though this one is supposed to have a more rounded leading edge, I still think that's quite straight. I like that it's a matted silver. It's not shiny, there's no glare on this like bright sunny day here in Spain. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off with some short chip shots and then work back to some long bunker shots, some short bunker shots, some maybe short pitch shots to really put the wedge through its paces and just get a real good feel for it. So on just a fairly bog standard chip, the head feels quite good. It's got a KBS shaft, a KBS wedge shaft, which is nice. I've not hit that anything like, well, actually, that was pretty good. That's a great start. I thought I'd duff that. So that's a huge win for Mizuno. That felt really soft actually. That was really nice. That also felt a bit duffed. This is obviously just a really fast shot. That subconsciously I'm playing well, but consciously I'm not. What I really like is how the weight of the head seems to move through the turf really well. So the T3 has 3 different sole designs. I've got the C here. The T1 has 5 different sole designs. So if you were going for a wedge fitting, you would definitely try all those different grinds, all those different sole designs which have different bounces and will play very differently out the sand, out the rough and whatever. And there will definitely be one grind out there that suits you. So don't just go and buy one in a shop without testing it beforehand, because you know you've only got a 1 in 3 chance of buying the right one or a 1 in 5 chance of buying the right T1 head. So you need to get all 3 of them out there, hit lots of shots, and again just put it through its paces. I'll play one more and then I'll move into the rough. Struck that one nicely, bit left, but yeah, it feels so soft. All right, so this is a much different shot. Shot 2, we're sort of playing on an upslope here, raised green, sort of like scruffy, scraggly rough here. So I'm going to open the face up, see if I can almost play this like a bunker shot. See how the club feels sliding through the grass. I really like these Mizuno wedges because I think when you open it up, they still sit really well. They don't, you don't feel like the heel or the toes up in the air too much. That was good. That came out really well, really high. You know, it's a tough shot these when it's coming out of the rough. It's hard to get any spin, so you sort of really trying to like throw it up, stop it with trajectory and land angle. So that came out really nicely. Yeah, sort of like just chunked that a little bit, but that was perfect. Brilliant. Yeah, really good. Both of those shots, I sort of probably grounded the club slightly before the ball, but the bounce just like helped the club skid along the top of the mud. It never dug in. So that was really good. You know, nice and versatile. You could sort of see how this C grind, it's 10 degrees of bounce. There's like almost like 3 different soles on this club. So no matter how you were opening the club, shutting it down, hitting it high, hitting it low, this club will sort of offer you some relief no matter what you're trying to do with it. So both the T1 and the T3 wedges have quad cut plus grooves and hydroflow micro grooves, which is almost like face milling, or basically is face milling. And what's interesting about both the Mizuno Pro wedges is the stronger lofted clubs have slightly different grooves to the high lofted clubs, because the high lofted clubs are generally used more around the green, so you want more spin, where the low lofted clubs are used from further away, so it's more about spin consistency. So let's hit a couple bunker shots and just see how it feels. Oh yeah, nice. That was good. To be fair, that came out really well. Moved through the sand nicely. Now at the top of my backswing, I realised that there's actually a person directly behind the flag. So I was a little bit worried about knifing it into them. So I did go a little bit deeper into the sand than I maybe normally would, just out of panic. I'll try to play this one a bit more normal. I'm going to open the face, see if I can add a bit more loft, throw this one up a bit higher. Oh, beautiful. Mizuno wedges to me remind me of like Luke Donald in his prime. He used Mizuno wedges when he had the best short game in the world and got to world #1. That obviously has no effect on my performance, but it just makes me feel good, and that's probably worth half a shot around, isn't it? So I'll play one more, see if I can go even higher than that one. Open face. Actually, when I tried to add some loft, open the face more, how the club worked through the sand, it felt a bit nicer. So that might be something to add if you're interested in using these wedges. You've got to open the face, and then you really get the benefit from the grind. Oh, that was like textbook performance there. No mistakes, one take wonder. Right, I'm going to move back now, hit a few longer shots, and let's wrap this up. Probably the longest shot I would maybe use a 60-degree for, so I've got about 40 yards here, to a raised green, over a bunker. This is the sort of field shot that would usually give some people nightmares. I just want to see how the club feels on this sort of distance. That felt pretty good. I don't know where that's finished because I can't see the bottom of the hole, but that felt pretty nice. I've had no reaction from the cameraman, so it's obviously not that good. See if I can just throw this one a little bit closer to the pin. Oh, that's good. Yeah, enjoyed that. Feels so good. Wedge feels great. I'm pretty happy with that. So distance control there is pretty good. They've both gone a similar distance. Maybe I would have thought that those strikes were good enough to get the ball to stop a little bit quicker, because I think the ball landed, you know, just short of the flag, but I'm pretty happy with that. These are great wedges. I'm a big fan. I love the feel, and I think the shape's really good as well. The trouble that all these brands have that are making brilliant clubs is getting like a Vokey out of someone's bag. I generally believe that golfers go into the pro shop, they don't know what wedge to buy, so they just give me a Vokey and let's get on with it. And I do think that there are some different options out there that can provide slightly different or maybe even better performance. And this is one that I would actually recommend you go and try. Mizuno are known for making some of the best feeling irons on the market. The wedges feel brilliant. Certainly this Mizuno Pro T3 is really, really good. So if you're a Mizuno fan or you're just looking to get something different in your bag, get out and give these a try. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you give us a like and a comment and subscribe if you don't already, then that would be great.